Hello, hello, beautiful person watching this. I'm so happy that you're here. Welcome back to another Slay the Spire Ascension 20 Silent Run. On this channel, I have my recorded ones with some commentary and general discussion about this beautiful game that we play. A little bit of a delayed start there. Having a look. 3 elite path there after the campfire, kind of that middle right path there. Seems pretty good. And there's a shop, so I take the 100 gold. So kind of me to highlight the path for us. Oh, I want more fights, it would seem. This is where I started considering valuing hallway fights higher than I previously did, I suppose. I'm experimenting a bit. 1 or 2 question marks is, fine, but if you can get away with the fights without dying, they're certainly better. It's just that hallway fights, when you get to the hard pull, is pretty spooky. I was weakened, of course, can't kill there. 1 short, I believe. Or 2 short, perhaps. And really good choices, floor 1 here, auto attack and blade dance. Auto attack was definitely a consideration on floor 1. Blade dance, good clicking on that. Take 2 to play blade dance. Seems worth. Bad hand here, unfortunately. Through survivor and nooch on the off turn there. Oof. A bit of a jawworm incident occurring before our eyes here. Alright, nice. Got the blade dance. It was close. And dagger throws here. I'm gonna click on that as well. Definitely. And Vajra is here. I'm probably considering that. Already have a blade dance. Some great early damage. If I could afford this die as well, I would buy that, I think. And the potions aren't great. All defensive potions. We're looking for just a fire pot or something. If I saw a fire pot or explosive pot, I would have bought that, to be sure. My remaining gold there. But yeah, Vajra giving us 1 permanent strength is excellent. And probably Crippling Cloud. I'm a Crippling Cloud enjoyer myself. And we have an upgrade before the elite here, so that seems pretty good. So an interesting choice here. If I play Crippling Cloud or all weakened, then I could choose to dagger throw instead of block. I could also energy pot and block for a lot. If I weaken, it'll go down to hitting me for, so I'll probably kill the one on the left if I am going to kill one. And then, because that's the only one I can kill with just a dagger throw. And then could also energy pot to block for 11, essentially. Shoot, seems that I'm not interested in wasting up a potion on this fight. Take some damage. We got there. Not too bad. And probably poison stab. More damage. We're about to go into an elite. Need all that damage. Upgrade Crippling Cloud, or Belly Dance possibly, but probably Crippling Cloud. If you're taking Crippling Cloud, you should be intending to upgrade it. It is so much better upgraded. And Crippling Cloud, unfortunately, not as good as it would seem in this fight. It does weaken all of them, but poison gets prevented by the artifact charges, sadly. Actually wasted some damage there. Could have poison stabbed the other one. But turns out I was not playing an attack on another sentry anyway. And a bad hand here. We actually do too many defense, so now we're going to have a hard time blocking the rest of this cycle here. Oof. Not going according to plan. Look at all those attacks at the bottom, man. And I'm going to reshuffle without all of these now. That's very sad. Hopefully we get there, though. Oof. So this fight could have gone a lot better, that's for sure, but made it through, and we get Ancient Tea Set. Whenever we go to a rest site, the next fight, we'll get 2 energy on turn 1. I take Riddle with Holes, because I have Vajra, I suppose. That's very unusual for me. I'm a certified hater of that card. But, yeah, seems I'm interested in that. And going straight to the dome here, taking 5 more damage than I had to here. Kind of interesting, but I wanted to make sure I get out quickly, I guess. Strength Pot's excellent after taking Riddle with Holes. And take a Concentrate, it seems. Or, I mean, a Acro. Sure. And Potion Belts here for 2 extra potion slots. And we go into Gremlin Knob with very little health. Very bad opening hand as well. So, might pay the Gremlin Knob 8 here. Yep. That's fine. And then we can get out. So down to 3 health. If you were a betting man, would you assume this was a win from here? Second Poison Stab, second Dagger Throw, sure. And Transform is probably pretty good on a strike. Hopefully hits some good synergy with discard stuff. I remove instead, interesting. I'm usually more of a Transform enjoyer at this point. But I like my cards, I wanted to draw them more often, and didn't want to risk hitting a really big stinker. And probably go right now. The other elite seems a bit ambitious with 3 health. And the question mark could have been like Dead Adventure or something that costs health for a benefit, and no way we can click that, unfortunately. So a bit of a change of plan here at the end. Duplication Pot's excellent, Terror is excellent, and of course we're taking all of this very aggressive attack damage stuff because we're going into Slime Boss. So gotta make sure we kill that guy with a good split. Should be Strength Potion here, surely. I draw first, then Strength Pot just to see what I hit, of course. Can I just split here? That'd be crazy without Terror. I am just splitting. Wow, that's insane. So that's actually bad. Yes, that's actually bad. I shouldn't have gotten it so low. I was looking for the Blade Dance, of course. That's really bad. Could have duplicated the Blade Dance, done like 54 damage? That's crazy, actually. Yes. Actually, no, more than that. I have Vajra as well. 60 damage with the duplicated Blade Dance there. That's wild. Didn't get attacked here, that's very nice. And now we get to dupe the Blade Dance, of course. No Terror, though, unfortunately. So only dealing 7 times 6 instead, 42. And getting a bit low here. Ouch. Luckily dodged the attack this turn. Should have played Slimed, obviously. That was a mistake. But I knew it immediately. It was just a misclick, I think. And there we go. Riddle with Holes absolutely cooking there. So I did too much damage on turn 1. Kind of a Watcher moment. And almost died, but still made it through. Storm Steel is here, but that's a meme. I'm not clicking on that. We don't have any real synergy with it other than 1 strength. Wraith Form's here, and Wraith Form is a bit early, perhaps. A bit tough to play sometimes, but still the best card here. And I really like the look of this Astrolabe, keeping our defense when we have a Footwork in our deck. And we have exactly 3 strikes left, so we can just get rid of those. That seems great. And we are officially a poison deck. Deadly Poison, Bouncing Clash, Leg Sweep, plus are in my deck now. So hopefully going to be doing that thing. Also have a Crippling Cloud already. So we did have to take attack stuff just to get through Slime Boss, of course. Slime Boss is the toughest fight for the Silent out of the Act 1 bosses, and also demands that you don't stack poison, because the poison will be removed on the split, and then you are out of juice. But now, Slime Boss is dead, and we may instead pivot into poison. And another 3 elite path, it looks like, in the late acts. Nope, 2 elites? 2 elites. But I marked that I could go this way instead with a super elite if I'm feeling spicy. course, the red path equals danger. And of course, looters are deadly as always. Hate to see these guys on the first floor. And that guy's gonna die in 2 turns now. Very good. Backstab looks pickable here, to be honest. Yep. It's just fast damage. Seems good. And Transform 2 actually kind of sucks here. We already got rid of all of our strikes, so I take Mutagens, giving us 3 strength on turn 1. Very cool. And we also just added a backstab to our deck. We have a Riddle with Holes, so if we draw the Riddle with Holes, we are really cooking. And so our deck cannot make up its mind. We have a lot of different stuff going on. The poison stuff it just got astrolabed into, but also we have a lot of attack damage on Vajra. And now this Mutagens. We just need the fast damage right now, but we may eventually find a Catalyst, and then the Bouncing Flask and Deadly Poison will be quite useful. And I'm doing that to break the flight there, so it doesn't hit me anymore. Take 1 again. Not too bad. And finally draw our Crippling Cloud. That's getting played, of course. Do I want to draw those cards? I do. I whiffed on a Sender's Bane, that's actually sad. I wanted to draw it there, to, of course, to not have to draw it next turn. Didn't matter. Full block, and we kill in 2 turns. Eviscerate is here. Another card that goes well with Mutagens. And we have an Acrobatics already. And then 2 Dagger Throws, by the way. Maybe we do take Eviscerate after all. Yep. So yeah, we're still adding more aggressive attacks here, and I like that I'm willing to do that, but it of course does feel a bit weird now that we have so much poison stuff. Yeah. Bit of... But it's not like, you should definitely not be thinking, you know, oh, I'm building a poison deck, so I should not take these sorts of cards instead or whatever. That's not how this game works. You just take cards because they do a thing. Like, fast damage is fast damage, scaling damage is scaling damage. You don't have to consider that, oh, we're building poison, so I shouldn't take non-poison cards or anything like this. That's nonsense, of course. But I do tend to generally at least lean a direction. Still can't kill this. My god, this is brutal. Seer Guardian is eating my ass right now. Goodbye. Down to 12 health. Yet again, would you expect this run to win from here? 12 health before even an elite in Act 2. Absolutely brutal. Found Riddle with Holes though. That's a lot of damage on turn 1. Gonna take 1 to play Blade Dance, it seems. Nope. Ew. This is not good. Also, no potions yet this act, I think. If I recall correctly. Down to 6. There's a prepared there, I take that for the Eviscerate we have. And oof, this guy. The bandits are here. Nice. I can kill Pointy, is that his name? Yeah. It's the only one I don't know for sure. And yeah, we're doing so much damage. Just gotta hope the Bouncing Flask hits 1 on Bear there, and yep, killed 2 of them on turn 1. That's really good. Got to prevent the Dex minus debuff there. So this fight went well as well. Mutagens is really cooking here. I'd love to see that. And it seems I want more backflip. So this Wraith form is kind of just here. It's not doing anything yet. But eventually it'll be good, I promise. And that's how strong Wraith form is. It's like, you can just sit on it, and on occasion it will be important for you. But as the run goes on, it becomes even better, of course, generally speaking. Sometimes you have a different block solution. Tis what it is, but Wraith Form against the Heart is just so strong. If you can find it on turn 2, it's blocking for 66 damage. That's insane. And eventually it'll block for 7 times 15 or 9 times 15 or whatever. This cultist, triple cultist fight is looking a bit sus to me. Gotta find this Wraith form, probably, and then plan to kill this over 2 turns. Take 4 to play Deadly. Play the Wraith form. Surely, unless it dies here. 15 plus 10. Nope. Yeah, this is very spooky. The Wraith form excellent here, of course, in this exact situation. By the skin of our teeth, we're through the cultists. And Phantasmal Killer, do I take that? Seems questionable, because most of our damage is like on turn 1, right, with the attacks, and then we're doing the poison thing after that. Akabeko is here, which will give us 8 extra damage on our first attack. So if we draw this Riddle with Holes now on turn 1, it's going to be hitting for 15 times 5. There it is, actually. But it's actually too much damage. Oh, we do Eviscerate first. Or they're the same. They're actually the same. They both kill the Red Slayer there. And we do have Red Mask weakening everything, so can get away with playing an attack here, which might be correct, because if we let them hit, if the left one hits us again next turn, then we might just die no matter what we do. So gotta kill that here. Yep. Down to 3. Very scary. Ditch the backflip. Get rid of the curse. Have to play Dagger Throw. Can't play Footwork. Have to play both Defense. It's getting spooky. There's a Wraith form. Play the Wraith form. Go down to 1 or 2 rather. But how do I kill this thing? No Bellblade plans in my deck. Ooh, that's good. Now it's weakened, so it's only hitting for 8 instead of 11. Get to play Bouncing Flask. And Riddle with Holes gets there, just barely. Nice. So, kind of lucky, to be honest, that I didn't die right there. But we made it through. And Waffle is here. That's how we don't die. Wow. And Bellblade Plans is here. What a shop. What a freaking shop, guys. What a delicious waffle, healing us for 70 health. And I even buy a Reflex. We have some good discard. Double Dagger Throw, a Prepared, and an Acro. Good enough. And considering upgrading Wraith Form, I sure do. And going into Collector, hopefully it'll be useful there. I drink the Liquid Bronze, of course, against the Book of Stabbing. And we did also find an Anchor, 10 block on turn 2. Excellent premium relic, one of the best. Didn't find one of our really good cards, sadly, Riddle with Holes in particular. Also, we don't seem to be finding this Terror on turn 1. That would amplify the damage even more. Chillin'. Gonna play Crippling Cloud, it seems. I'm probably wrong, it's already weakened by quite a lot. Could have taken Deadly Poison instead, and it actually does the same amount of damage for 1 energy. So yeah, I couldn't play that Crippling Cloud there. It's just like the better card, so I kept it, but that's not how you should think about this game, of course. It's only the better card, in theory. And we find a Courier, giving us 20% discount on all product at the shop, and they will restock. And we take a concentrate as well. Finally, some energy. And I will upgrade a Welly plans over the concentrate, but definitely concentrate is a great upgrade here. Now we find a cultist pot at the very end here, which will be very helpful against the collector here. And huge turn 1. Deadly Poison, Bouncing Flask, and Riddle with Holes with Akabeko all getting played here, so doing a cool billion damage to Collector on turn 1 here. Looking very good right out the gate here. Burst backflip. Footwork backflip. Terror on Collector. Take 7. It's looking very sus to me right now, to be honest. This is not going well. I have to not get attacked this turn. I think it always debuffs anyway. But gotta kill these minions as well, which have taken 0 damage. So should be able to at least kill 1 here, eviscerate. Is it getting there? It's 1 off. It's 1 off with the Shiv, unfortunately. Very sad. And it's making more dudes. That's actually unfortunate. That's going to die, that minion there. And then it'll basically respawn with full health. So I just kill it right now to make sure that the bouncing flasks all hit the collector. And it will die in 3 turns. So I have to just live here. Hopefully draw a Wraith form. That'd be sick. Oh, it just dies to Riddle with Holes? Huge. Riddle with Holes absolutely cooking. Of course, we have the cultist bot, so it does so much damage. Could have drawn Wraith form, of course, in a different universe and just lived that way. And Nightmares here. We have a Wraith form and a Welly plans plus. So going to be taking this Nightmare and trying to Nightmare the Wraith form. And eventually find a Catalyst, perhaps Nightmare that as well. And a Snecko Eye is here. And while it might look weird with, you know, Terror plus and a Concentrate and Backstab and all of this, we take a Snecko Eye, of course, to reliably draw the Nightmare and the Wraith form more often. And they will cost 0 to 3 instead of 3 always, making them easier to play. And we're going to be completely relying on Nightmare Wraith form from now on. So the deck has completely changed now just because of this one relic we've found. And going to be doing a whole new game plan here. Play 1,000,000 copies of Wraith form and win. And gotta go right, of course, to kill that Super Elite. We need the green key to fight the heart. Also, 2 extra cards on turn 1 makes it more likely to find the Riddle with Holes and whatnot. Just Nightmared a Bouncing Flask, because why not? And Spiker will die in 2 turns. Take another Leg Sweep, an excellent value card for our Snecko deck. And we got to don the red mask there, it's very cool. We're not going to be clicking on normalities here, sadly. But Mind Bloom, of course, always excellent. You can fight the Act 1 boss. Considering upgrade all, I think, right now. Definitely. But it's not quite good enough. Wraith form already upgraded. No apparitions, etc. So could just Nightmare Wraith form and not care about anything that happens. Seems reasonable. And they will cost 1, of course, as an actual copy of the card. Probably should have just played Riddle with Holes. To be honest. Our deck is actually worse at killing Slime Boss than it was in Act 1, I'm pretty sure. We've taken a lot of cards that don't kill Slime Boss since then, because we are ostensibly not fighting Slime Boss anymore. But it turns out that was wrong. Can just save that for next turn. Yep. It'll be a good split. It'll be a good split. That's a good split. It's just dead. Actually, it turns out we are not worse at fighting Slime Boss than we were in Act 1. How foolish of me to even suggest that possibility. An Incense Burner is great. Every 6 turns, we'll gain 1 intangible. Intangible is the same keyword that is on Wraith Form. So if we've already played Wraith Forms, it will simply add 1 more stack to our several copies of Intangible already. Which is pretty good. It basically means you don't have to think about the number anymore on that. It could matter if we put it on 5, go into a fight, it pops immediately, and we don't draw Wraith Form, and we need the Intangible. That could be quite important, so probably just going to put it on 5, unless I know for sure that the fight doesn't attack on turn 1, or won't matter, etc., etc. Trash cards. Accuracy is here, considered, but nope. And a shop with a lot of money. Ice Cream is here, that's very exciting. Pretty good relic with Snecko Eye, as you will often be unable to spend all of your energy equally, as, you know, some cards may cost 0, so you can just play all those, and then the rest of them will cost 2 or 3, and you can't play them. So you can instead choose to not play the really bad cost cards, to instead just conserve the energy for next turn with Ice Cream. Get some good potion as well. And Ice Cream, usually basically impossible to buy with money, it's just so expensive, but we do have Courier here, so 20% discount was making it quite a bargain. And Anchor is cooking, letting us burst a terror there. My god, that Jawarm is so terrified. It may seem odd to buy a leg sweep when, or to take a leg sweep from that 1 card award when we have Wraith Forms, and we're doing the Wraith Form thing, but it's still good. And in fact, you've only played 1 Wraith Form, for example, and have the Dex minus there, the high base value of block on leg sweep makes it less susceptible to the Dex minus debuff. You know, after 5 turns, defend blocks for literally 0, whereas leg sweep still actually makes a number, for example. And that's 5 freaking turns. That's a lot of turns. And we do have this artifact pot just chilling up there that at will may prevent the Dex minus debuff if we so choose. And so the block cards still do matter, of course. You have to have some incidental block against the heart, as the Beat of Death and the 1x15 hit still matter, of course. You will get chipped away at if you don't have a way to actually make a block number, even with Wraith Form in play. But it is still so insane, of course. And I have Burner on 4, that's definitely good enough. It seems I was just waiting for that. Ooh, Nightmare on Crippling Cloud seems quite good against the Darkling gang. And yeah, Burner cooking here. They'd be hitting for like 30-ish, probably, weakened. Can't actually block because the defense costs 3, unfortunately. Snecko Eye moment. So take 3, it's fine. another backflip plus. A little bit questionable with Sneko Eye, but still good enough. It's fine. There's also a world where we nightmare a footwork instead. And good block cards would be good in that case. I actually go right here. Interested in upgrading footwork. I mean, I meant to say left. That's surely the wrong direction. And Bag of Marbles is here, applying vulnerable to all enemies on turn 1. That combined with Red Mask will actually strip away 2 artifact charges together. And that's extremely powerful because we go against the Act 4 Elite. And the Act 4 Elite has 2 artifact charges on both monsters, so they will start the fight with 0 artifacts instead, and that's very, very helpful. Lets us weaken them, and Piercing Wail if that exists in our deck. Ouch! This is very bad. Do I Smoke Bomb this Nemesis fight? That's actually crazy. I believe I do. I think I remember this. Like, this hand is so catastrophic here. So I draw just in case I hit a 0 cost ready for him. And then Smoke Bomb. That was crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. And I still take this fight because even though that looked so disastrous, like, the odds of that were very low, I think. And there's no need to assume that, like, we can't fight this fight just because we lost that fight. There's, you know, there's some variance here. Every game is random with this Sneko Eye involved. So we're with holes dealing 22 times 5. You'll never see me Smoke Bomb an Elite again, probably, just because I always ditch the Smoke Bomb so quickly. I have very little respect for Smoke Bomb, but it is the reason we won this run, probably. So I'm definitely not valuing it as much as I should be. That's definitely true. Perhaps not the worst potion in the game, after all. I am definitely thinking about Incense Burner again. I'm just going to Nightmare Leg Sweep and play a bunch of Leg Sweeps. I didn't like what happened the last time I didn't put Burner on 4, which was taking 45 against Nemesis with a bad hand. I have 15 poison on it, so I can just chill, keep 1 Leg Sweep, 1 Rill of Holes. Make sure I don't accidentally kill it too quickly. And we're out. The Dead Branch is here. Oh man, is that good? Sure. It's not particularly offensive here or anything. It's probably not going to change anything. But still take it. It will add random cards to our hand. The whole we are redrawing things the second time around might not matter because we might have already played Wraith Form and Nightmare before. I'm Nightmaring a Shiv because I have Dead Branch. Wow. Kinda crazy. Did I have a 0 cost burst in my hand the whole time and didn't burst the Nightmare? I guess I wanted to keep it for next turn. But why I wanted to do that is unclear. Oh man, I have 4 well-laid plans right now. This is, I could have, like, kept 4 cards in my hand and had a good turn next turn. Definitely questionable against Giant Head here. Distraction in the distraction. actually good with Dead Branch. And we can save the Wraith form. I forgot that I had I forgot that I had 4 stacks of Welly plants. It's so hard to remember because you usually only have the 2 from the upgraded one. It's actually, I'm sure, I've seen good players do this a lot as well. It's one of the hardest things to think about. It's like unseizing top and remembering that you have multiple copies of Welly plans in play is like really hard to remember. I'm saying that as if I'm not a good player. I have some problems. Let's just say. It's hard to imagine myself on a similar level, and I certainly am not that good. But I'm definitely good enough to make videos, I'd say. That's all that matters. Concentrate doesn't do anything. It does get cards out of our hand, though. That's fine. Yikes. We're nightmaring something. More Blade Dance. It's dead. And Burner's on 5, that's good enough. Could have been 4, but I think we're happy with 5. Bouncing Flask is here again. Maybe we need a little bit more poison to get there before the Wraith forms run out. I decide nope. Nightmare upgrade is useless. We have Snecko Eye. Concentrate upgrade perhaps, or a reflex upgrade also. Eviscerate upgrade maybe. Burst upgrade seems quite good. Actually. And no catalyst so far, so definitely want one of those. Catalyst would be quite good here. And we really wanted on 2 here, unfortunately. The burner. Hey, there's Catalyst. I'm pointing things at Repto. This seems more reasonable than my last incident where I did this, as we have Catalyst in our hand. So, and a Wraith form, of course. So hopefully, by the time we're getting really attacked here, Repto will be dead. Too many cards. Can't play this Concentrate, unfortunately. It costs 3. If it even costs 2, I would play it probably. Still play it for 3. That's insane, but I had to get cards into my hand to play Burst Blade Dance. It's 3 energy Concentrates, still good enough. Is that not mind-bending or what? Now we do make it out. Burner's on the wrong number, but happy to make it through Repto, of course. And we get Letter Opener, dealing 5 damage to all enemies whenever we play 3 skills in 1 turn. And we also found a Smiling Mask, reducing the price of the remove in card shops to 50 gold. Dead Branch, I feel, needs no introduction. But it is the thing that's adding a bunch of random cards to our hand whenever we exhaust. And I have Ice Cream, and I'm not using it. Didn't need to play the leg sweep there. A little bit sus. Haven't really been using the Ice Cream at all, to be honest. It's tough, especially when you find the Dead Branch. It's tough to not spend all of energy, really. But it may randomly be useful when we simply can't play all of our cards. A little bit sleepy today. I hope you guys are feeling good today. Bit of a strange time. Hope you guys are safe and well. Excellent concentrate hit from Dead Branch. Here to the 3 cost prepared, surely. Oh, there goes Wraith Form. Actually could matter. Actually could matter. Definitely. Found another one. Didn't matter, but standby could have mattered. And gotta get there against the... Oh, we're gonna Grand Finale, actually. Nope. I drew 2 extra cards. Snecko Eye, of course. My bad. You guys thought as well, right? Oh my god, he has 5 cards in his deck. Unfortunately not. I'm remembering Ice Cream exists now. I'm chilling. Love to see it. Play Choke. Choke, Poison Stab, Backflip. Ugh. Yeah, you can't really block anymore against Deca here, but that's fine. Only take a little bit of chip damage at a time. The hands are not looking amazing right now. It has to be said. Slowly getting there. Seems I'm distracted past me. This could be lethal with flechettes. It was still lethal despite my mistake of discarding Leg Sweep over accuracy. Very cool. And on to the next boss, Woke Bird. This is going to be tricky, actually. I believe. Considering saving Terror for phase 2, but that's crazy talk. There's Wraith Form, but we don't have Lolly Plans. That's not good. I didn't draw any of the super juicy Eviscerate or anything to go with our Akabeko plus Mutagens combo. It's 1 short of killing, that's very sad. I leave it alive, or I don't play the attack because of Ice Cream, of course. A little bit questionable, but I knew I'd have more damage coming up. Riddle with Holes does kill it outright here. Use a potion, perhaps. I'm blocking the old-fashioned way. Taking a lot of damage. Still no well-laid plans in play. This is not looking good. Good hit. A little bit too many Bouncing Flask, but better too many than none at all. Absolutely. Ouch, no block in this hand. Gonna have to concentrate the reflex here. Hopefully hit something good. There's also a Blade Dance for 1, which is great. Find something. There's a regular Wraith Form. We'd like to copy our upgraded one, of course. First a Leg Sweep. Don't even need to. So playing a bit better now, remembering Ice Cream, keeping the right cards. Locking in for the Woke Bird fight here, of course. Definitely very spooky. don't need any of that. Got Incense Burner on the perfect number here. Love to see that. Still don't have actual Wraith Form plus here. Want to pass one more turn and keep Burst Nightmare. But maybe, like, do I even copy, you know, do I even copy Wraith Form Plus here? Could Nightmare something else? A damage card? 5 turns is a lot of turns, and also I have Burst to copy it so many times. I do indeed just copy the Wraith Form Plus, cost 0 as well. That's pretty good. And gonna be taking some chip damage yet again. It will eventually have no dex and we can't actually block, but it's fine. Need a little sip of water here. I should not be playing every Wraithhorn at once, by the way. This is wrong, but I didn't care. It's going to cost me a few health because I will immediately go down to -5 dex and I can't block anymore. Whereas if you play them one at a time, then you slowly lose the dex. So right here, I'd be able to block for the 4. I actually still can with Lake Sweep, so it's actually not costing me any health yet. But the point still stands that you should space them out, of course. I just wanted to make the biggest number possible for my stacks of intangible. That's 19 turns of intangible. That's pretty good. And yeah, anything like a tungsten rod or auric alchem here would have made us literally immortal. Except for the heart, of course. But not quite. And just gonna have to chill here, slowly getting there with our meager damage, to be honest. We never really got there. We had Catalyst generated randomly sometimes, but otherwise we're just doing Bouncing Flask plus, Deadly Poison plus to kill, pretty much, and a few attacks. Bullet time cost 2. Sadly, I can't play Acro. Ooh, I drew a voice, now I can't play bullet time. Oops. Doesn't actually matter that much. Only missed like 20 damage or whatever. 25 damage, 26 damage. Setup is here. It's not very good. I want to burst the Blade Dance. Setup, Wraith Form just to get it out of my hand. Nooch, defend, burst, Blade Dance. Blade Dance definitely hooking with the Wraith Form, of course. There's Tactician. Dagger Throw Tactician. Slowly but surely. Casual minus 40 dexterity. I'm sure it's fine. Cope. Ooh, that's a great choke, actually. Go, choke, go. Oh, that's a great bullet time as well. Wowzers. It might just die this turn, actually. Shouldn't have gotten rid of holes, that's kind of crazy. That was some good damage. There's Terror, should play that also. It's all good. That was quite a bit of damage. Terror actually would have done less than Glass Knife probably at that point. So, all worked out. And we did it. So, my god, what a slog. Thank god that's over, am I right, guys? And to thump, deep pulsing dread. 2030 damage, only 5 years away. Feel old yet? And 49 minutes, we walk into Act 4 here. $199 gold. Can buy a shop relic if we so please. And hopefully just find maybe some good potion. Entropic Brew would be excellent, of course, giving us 4 random potions. That'd be a great buy. Membership cards here, a bit late. Duplication Pod is here. That's probably getting clicked on. Sadly can't buy the Gambling Chip. Gambling Chip actually completely insane here with the Silent Star Relic and Snecko Eye. 9 cards on turn 1 that could all be pitched, and we may choose to just pitch the bad energy cost rolls. So it would have been an easy pick if we could afford a Gambling Chip there, but sadly not. So just go on, take the good potion, and move on. And we had Burner on the right number here, which I'm sure I was actually thinking about last fight, which I was not thinking about just now. But yes, Burner on 4 here is going to be excellent. We got a 1-cost Nightmare we can save. Don't even need to leg sweep. That's beautiful. So block for 36 damage with our relic there. Very strong. Can just leg sweep, keep the Nightmare again. Hopefully find our Wraith form soon. Seems I'm interested in playing the doubled Bouncing Flask. And I turn around preemptively here. I know next turn we're going to get attacked for realsies by the left one here. For normally 57. So weaken it down to 38, and then... or weaken it down to whatever. And then turn around, which will turn it to 38. And then 38 goes to 28. But we drew Wraith form, played it, and now we're fine. Everything is good. So this fight's going swimmingly. Exactly as we wanted to. Had the Burner for the second turn. Then we Nightmare Wraith form. It's perfect. And I'm playing smart. I'm not playing all the Wraith forms at once. No need. Zero cost Blade Dance, very nice. Terror cost 3 is a bit too much, unfortunately. Probably play Predator. Leg sweep. Why would I not leg sweep? Yep. I can't think of a good reason. I ditched Wraith form. I'm drawing 2 extra cards this turn, still up to 9. I could have still kept just the Wraith form though, of course. Oh, and I have tools. Never mind. Actually correct. Smart. So they are dying at a good pace here. I would love to kill this turn, actually, if possible, as we have Burner on 4 yet again. Doesn't seem possible, though. So, gonna have Burner on the wrong number here. And due to the way the poisons are ticking, we might get out on like 1 or 2, which is really quite bad, actually. You really, really want Burner on 4 against the heart. Blocks the... either blocks for 30, or it blocks for 66. That's a lot of damage. So it's on 0. Not the worst number. The worst number is one where it would always go off on the turn where it's not attacking you at all, which would be if it was on 5 or 2. Those are the bad numbers. Adrenaline's here. That seems good. So we'll do something eventually that will give us a charge once we're already established. And some excellent looking damage here on turn 1. Happy about this. Anchor's gonna be blocking for us. Concentrate cost 0, thank goodness. Adrenaline, of course, with Snecko, not as good as normal, but still pickable. Got some good poison here. Leg Sweep's getting played for surezies. And I'm definitely considering Artifact Potion. Do I want to use it to prevent the vulnerable, or do I want to use it to prevent the Dex minus from our first Wraith form? Probably the latter. Dead Branch is doing stuff. Hey, it's and this is actually a little bit spicy here, I think. I don't have volley plans, I can just rip this right now. I can go Artifact Pot, Dupe Pot, Wraith form, and start taking -1 turn. If I don't play this Wraith form here, I could actually just die, but I keep digging, I hit volley plans. It's fine. And gonna pass here, as we have the Ice Cream. So hope to find a Nightmare. That'd be good. Footwork first. Then Leg Sweep. Maybe consider Backflip instead, but didn't. And Nightmare costs 3, so gonna just have to rip the Wraith form here without the Nightmare. And this is where it actually gets a bit awkward, because we have exactly 6 turns to win. And no Catalyst in our deck, so it's not exactly trivial to do all of this damage, I would say. So it's getting a little bit sus here. And I could have perhaps gotten, more energy without playing cards that I didn't need to play in order to Nightmare the Wraith form. Definitely not saying I play this fight perfectly or anything, but this is the situation that we're in, so gotta make it work here. After Image is quite good of a hit there from that. When you have Wraith form in play, it's basically like the Beat of Death can't damage you. So actually Nightmare After Image, that's how we win, it seems. But this will run out eventually still, this Wraith form, and we need to do some damage here. Surely. Yep, the multi-hit's still deadly, actually. 1 times 15 is very scary when you're on almost no health. Still playing After Images, that's actually wrong. I could have gone Burst and done damage here with Bouncing Flask. So I keep it for next turn, but this is getting very sus. I think I'm being too slow here. I play the cheaper Bouncing Flask, despite the fact that it's unupgraded. I want to keep the energy. Two turns left. Gotta block this hit again. And our Dex is getting pretty low. There's Catalyst. Whew. Thanks, Dead Branch. So Dead Branch mattered actually quite a lot in hindsight. I didn't expect it to perform super well here. But, I mean, that's a massive Catalyst hit right there. Basically dealing 150 damage-ish. Definitely not trivial. And we're going to be getting out next turn now. Very cool. So we had this whole turn as well, without Wraith form. We are probably getting there. That's a lot of overkill damage, like 200 something overkill damage. So perhaps Catalyst actually not necessary, but it definitely was a nice, weight off our shoulders. It was going to be a lot closer if we didn't find that. So yeah, interesting run. Kind of hobbled our way through Acts 1 and 2, and then the Nightmare Wraith form thing took over. Had a very sus draw against Nemesis. We had a Smoke Bomb and a bit of a sus heart fight as well, but otherwise was pretty smooth sailing. If you're still here, have you not subbed, have you not liked the video, Thanks so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and as always, have a beautiful day.